I usually film my collection and declutter videos at the end of the year, along with everyone else. Vlogmas has so many videos coming out, so I decided to wait. I decided to wait a little bit, pushed pause, and waited until the following year, which is this year, 2025. Hi, I'm Andi. Welcome or welcome back. I'm really happy that you're here. I don't think I'm going to be doing very many declutters. I did declutter throughout the year. So until we get to maybe like lip products or maybe eyeshadow singles, I'm not sure. I might have thoughts. I might have some thoughts and decide to get rid of some things. I don't know. But today I'm showing you all of my base products. So primers, concealers, foundations, powders. Might be some color correctors in there. So without further ado, check out my collection. I, like most people, are starting off with primers. And this is the Revolution Pore Blur Primer. This is probably my oldest primer that I have. As you can see, the end has been cut off. I am almost done with this. It is almost gone. I cut the end off. There's still a lot of product clinging to the sides. So I just stick my brush in there and pull out however much I need. But this just mainly goes in my T-zone. It goes beside my nose, on my nose, forehead, and chin. This is also a primer that I'm using right now, and it is the Wet n Wild Prime Focus Primer Serum. Refines pores. Well, I can tell you it does not refine pores. However, it is a nice primer, very inexpensive. It is very hydrating to me. So while it does not refine your pores, it is a really nice primer to have. Next up is the Wet n Wild Impossible Primer Stick. The Impossible Primer is one of my favorites. This is okay. It is not amazing. I like it better when I use my finger or a brush and then put it on my face rather than just put this straight onto my face. But it's okay. I will use the rest of it. I would definitely keep the top on it to keep from drying out. If it's anything like its sister over here, this will dry out very quickly. But we'll get to that in a minute. I have the Perlice Soft Glow BB Base Primer. And you guys, I don't know what this is. I really don't. It is tinted. Oil-free satin sheen natural glow finish. To me, it doesn't have a glow to it at all. I do use it as a primer. I was looking to see if it actually had a shade. It does not. It's okay. I will finish it, but it's not my favorite thing ever. Those are all of my primers that are currently open. These are all still sealed. I have the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer with niacinamide, the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer. Love this very much. Wet n Wild Impossible Primer, probably one of my favorites. Again, it does dry out quickly, so if you open it, if you take the seal off of it, use it. Don't let it sit around. This is the Benefit Professional Light Primer. I love the Professional Primer. I've never used this one before. And this is the YSL Touche Eclat. I don't speak French, guys. I speak Spanish. This is a blur primer, and I recently got this from Mary Catherine Loves Cats. I don't have any experience with this, so I can't tell you anything about it, but I have not used it. I will open it when I go through some of my other pore blurring primers. And then, speaking of pore blurring primers, this is brand new to my collection. This is the L'Oreal Paris Prime Lab Advanced Derm Primer. Up to 24-hour pore minimizer. 1% AHA, LHA, BHA complex. It's supposed to blur your pores. I don't know. I just got it. I have not used it, and I'm not going to open it until I get through some of my other pore blurring primers. Before we move on, I just found this. This is over here in my stuff that sits beside me that I use pretty much every day. This is the Ciate London Watermelon Burst Hydrating Primer. I do think this is hydrating. I know a lot of people love this. I haven't really used much of it to tell you whether or not I really like it or not, but I will finish it, and I will maybe in my empties to give you my honest opinion. I do think it's hydrating, but whether it does anything else, I'm not sure. These are my glow primers. These are what I use to either mix in with my foundation to give it more of a glow, or I put it on my face before my foundation, after my regular primer, before my foundation. Some of these are interchangeable that way. Some of them are either or. So let's start with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I panned an entire one of these last year. I say an entire one, it had use on it, but I really concentrated last year and finished it. And it was in the shade 3. This is in the shade 4. This will not come out until summertime because it is way too dark for me right now. And this I did both. I mixed it with my foundation. I also put it on my face before my foundation. This is the Yensa Tone Up Primer Essential Glow. I really like this a lot. I know I got this in a boxy, either a boxy charm or from the boxy drop shop. This I put on my face before my foundation. This is the Elemis Superfood Glow Priming Moisturizer, Kombucha Glow Moisturizer. I don't know. I know that I've used it. It's been so long that I don't remember, but I think this burned my face. So I'm going to keep it and try it in just one section of my face. If it burns, I'm going to throw it in the trash because I have had some issues lately with things burning my face that shouldn't. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. This I mix in with my foundation, but you don't have to. You can just put this on your face before your foundation. It is beautiful. I have maybe 2 uses left of this, and then it's going to be an empty. Yes, I'm very excited about that because this is my oldest glow product in my collection. This is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More Luminizer Primer. I really like this a lot. This probably is down to about here. It's going to be gone soon. They no longer make this, which is a shame because I really, really like it. So those are all the things that are open now. I'm going to move those out of the way. Okay, these are all unopened. And I have thoughts, you guys. I have thoughts. Here's the Pixi by Petra Flawless Beauty Primer. This is a hydrating glow primer. It's still sealed. I am going to be keeping this. I got this from Laura the Bargain Hunter. I'm going to be keeping this. I will probably mix this in with my foundation. This is, I don't know what brand that is, but it is a luminizer. And I can tell you, it's called Mermaid Tears. I'm looking to see if there's an expiration date on it. But it's still sealed, but when I move it, it feels crunchy. So I'm going to be throwing that in the trash. This is the FMG Magic Tints. FMG is Avon. If you didn't know, it's now called FMG. I still call it Avon because it's Avon. This is a Magic's tint. This is a tinted moisturizer, but it has a glow to it. And this is in light medium. And this is probably going to be the next thing that I open. This is going to be the next product that I use, but this is going to be the next thing that I open because it's my next oldest. This is the Ciate Dewy Skin Vitamin C Glass Glow Primer. I don't know anything about this. I know about the Watermelon Burst, but I don't know about this. So I'm going to keep it. It's still sealed, I believe. I'm going to see what I think about it. If this is even a little bit silicone-y, I will be passing this on. This is the e.l.f. Illuminating Face Primer. Again, not used it. Saw someone around my age using this on a video about 1.5 years ago, maybe 2 years ago. I don't know. And she looked lovely. So I bought it. It was very inexpensive. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try that. But I haven't tried it yet. This is the Dr. Brandt Backlight Primer. Prime, Blur, and Glow. I have not used this either. Or have I? It's open. Let's see if it actually gives a glow. Oh, it does. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that's lovely. Okay, so that's in the stuff that's already open. It still smells good. Okay, now we have this. e.l.f. Skin Sun Touchable Whoa Glow 30 Broad Spectrum 30 SPF sunscreen. This expired November of last year, which I know that means that the SPF expired, but this is going to be going in the trash. This has a chemical SPF in it, and I cannot with this chemical SPF. I had such a bad reaction, and I'm actually not sure that it's that or if it's something else that I put on my skin, but I'm not going to try to find out, and I don't like a chemical SPF anyway. So, doesn't matter. That's going away. This is the 111 Skin Rose Gold Radiance Booster. Now this you can either mix with your foundation or put it on your skin. I remember when this came out and everybody was just using the dropper and putting it all over their skin. I'm going to see if there is a date on this because I've had it for quite a while. It doesn't have an SPF in it. There is no date on this. How is there no date on it? I don't know. But let me see if it's even still good. It smells fine. I had a Glow body lotion that was completely dried up. And so I had to declutter it. Let me see. That is an oil. Well, it says oil, doesn't it? Rose Gold Radiance Booster. Booster Eliminator. You guys, I don't know about this. It looks fine. It smells fine. Am I actually going to use this? No, I'm not going to use it, you guys. I'm not going to use it. You know why? Because it's an oil, and I don't like oils on my face. Why have I kept it around this entire 4 years? 3 years? I don't know. It's going. And the next thing is Skin Ink. This is a Serum Glow Filter Hydra Micro Capsule. This expired September of last year, 9/15/2024. This is what it looks like. I got this in a box. I probably got this in a BoxyCharm or something. I'm going to declutter this. It's way old. It's so old. It's so old. So I'm going to declutter this also. This is my newest Glow Primer. And this is the MAC Prep and Prime Natural Radiance. This is in Radiant Pink. I got it at Marshall's for $13. And it is open because I wanted to see what it looked like. It's just a pink base, but it gives a beautiful glow to the skin. It doesn't seem to have any fragrance to it. It's lovely. I'm really excited to start using this, but I'm not going to start using this until some of these other ones get used up. So we had 13, and I am decluttering 4. Decluttering 4. So I feel really good about that because I did not want this stuff hanging around. It is seriously years old. Years. So it's going away. These are in my color corrector category. I don't have very many of them. They all correct color in some way or another, even though some of them are a little different. So this is an under eye color corrector. I use this instead of concealer, and I love it. This is the e.l.f. Putty Color Correcting Eye Brightener, and I have the shade, this is the shade Light Medium. The light is pink, I believe. This is the light medium. As you can see, I've used a lot of it. I really like it. And then the other one I put directly on my face is the e.l.f. Color Corrector. This is in the Peach. Camo Color Corrector. This is in the Peach. And I actually just started using this, and I use this to try to cover up my hyperpigmentation, which nothing covers up my hyperpigmentation. And then these two are mix-ins for your foundation. Obviously, this is to lighten your foundation, and this is to cool down the shade of the foundation. I have a problem with foundations going way too warm on me, so I bought this to cool them down a little bit. The ones I'm using right now seem to be okay. Even if I purchase a neutral or a cool, some of them do tend to go a little warm on my skin tone. Okay, now for concealers, I have, this goes over here. I have 2 that are actually open, and I have the Catrice Ultimate Camouflage Concealer. I use this also to cover my hyperpigmentation, and as you can see, there's not a whole lot left. I'm about to melt it back down, and so it's more in the middle. I really do like this product, and I don't know if they still sell it. This is probably my oldest concealer. And then I only have one other concealer that is actually open, and that is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. This is the 16-hour matte finish in light peach. I do not use this under my eyes. I use this to spot conceal, and I use it to brighten the inner portion of my face. The rest of these, this one I'm going to go ahead and declutter. I ordered the light peach. They sent the light beige. I didn't realize it for the longest time, way longer than the return window, but I would have never ordered the light beige. So I think they sent me the wrong one, which has happened before. But this is way too yellow for my skin tone. So I'm probably going to pass this along to a friend. It has never been used ever. Now these are all unopened as well. This is the NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. I have heard so many mixed reviews on this, which I think is what's kept me from opening it yet. But one of my friends and subscribers, Dawn, said that she loves this concealer. I don't know how old Dawn is, but I'm trusting her because I'm going to keep it and I'm going to use it and see what I think about it. I recently got this It Bye Bye Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. I got this from Leanna when she came to visit. She brought this to me. And this is in the shade Light Natural. I think it's going to be a really good shade match for me, but we'll see. I might actually use this to lighten up some foundations that are too dark for me. Maybe. And then I have these two guys, which are brand new. I just got them. These are both the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser. I got the shade 140, which is medium honey. The one I just finished is light honey. But to cover hyperpigmentation, you don't want to go lighter than your skin tone because it kind of makes them look gray, makes your hyperpigmentation spots look gray. So I'm going to try this darker shade and see how it works. And then this is the 160 medium, but it's pink. It is more of a color corrector. So I'm thinking I might put this in with my color correctors, but I haven't decided yet. Like I said, I just got it. Okay, foundations. I was so proud of myself for how many foundations I used last year. But you know what? I also bought some foundations. So let's go with the ones that are actually open. This is the Natasha Denona X Plus Full Coverage Foundation. And this is in the shade 48W. This is way too dark for my skin tone. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I love the formula, but it needs severely, severely lightened up. So what I usually do is mix it with my Huda. So this is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter, and this is in the shade Shortbread. And this is a little bit too light for me. So I mixed the two together, and they're both such beautiful formulas. So I really love how they look on my skin. So you can see that I'm about halfway done with this. Loving that. And then I have the House Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This is lovely. I love this foundation. It is one shade too dark for me. One shade too dark, so I also mix this with the Huda or with a concealer. But it is lovely, and I'm really, really happy that I bought it. All the rest of these have not been used. This one has been opened. This is the Maybelline Dream BB Fresh Skin Hydrating Beauty Balm. 8-in-1 Skin Perfector. I know that the SPF in this is expired because I know that this is more than 2 years old. Let's see if it has a expiration. October of 2024. So yes, the SPF is dead in this, but this is 120 medium, and this is way too dark for me. Even in the summer, I think it will be too dark, so this is definitely something that I need a mixer for. And then I have Holy Grail Foundation. This is the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream, and I have the shades 240, 280N, and 310C. This is deep, deep summer. This is when I'm the darkest in the summer, and the 280 is just a tiny, tiny bit too dark for me right now. So I am waiting till it warms up and I get some color on my face before I open these. These also Holy Grail. Love the It CC Cream. I have the illuminating and I have the regular. I'm looking to see which shades these are. This is neutral medium. And this is light medium. And I bought these because mixing them both together is a perfect shade for me. And it gets just enough illumination from the illuminating one. And it is such a beautiful finish. I love these. So when I use these, I use them together. I have the Huda Easy Blur. This was just purchased at the end of the year. I did get the shade Chai 210. It is one shade darker than the Huda Faux Filter, which is 200. So I got the Chai thinking that it would be a better shade match for me. And I have the Sephora Best Skin Ever. Never used this before. Bought this after doing extensive research on YouTube with people over 50 using this. And when I search YouTube reviews, I always search the brand name, the foundation name, over 50 dry skin. I always do that. And this had really positive reviews. And then my latest is the L'Oreal Lumi Glow Tint. Now, I used the Lumi foundation last year, and I loved it. It is no longer being sold, so I'm wondering if this one is going to be a good dupe for it. Now, I purposefully got 100, it is a cool, but it is very light. So I purposefully got that so that I could mix that in with some of my darker foundations and get some use out of them and get them out of here. These are all my powders. I really love loose powders. I am learning to like pressed powders. So we're going to start with the pressed powders first. This is the Laura Geller Baked Balance and Brighten. This is in the shade Light. It is worn off because this is probably one of my older pressed powders. And even though it's the shade Light, it is too dark for my skin tone in the winter. So it is a beautiful product. It is a little warm for my skin tone, but in the summer, it looks beautiful. And I usually use this as a finishing powder. I have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is in 100 Translucent. I like this product, but I don't love this product. Like I said, I'm more of a loose powder kind of girl. So I carry this in my work bag to do touch-ups throughout the day, but I think it's fine. It is a little light, even though it's supposedly translucent. It does have a little bit of a chalky look in the winter for me. So in the summer, it probably will work a little better. And then my newest pressed powder is the e.l.f. Halo Glow Powder Filter Pressed Powder. This is brand new. This is brand new out, like brand new on the market. I don't know when you see this, it might not be, but light buildable coverage, soft focus glow, includes velour puff and mirror. So on the site, it did say something about blurring pores. I got the shade Light Neutral. It looks a little dark. Honestly, it looks a little dark. I do love the e.l.f. Halo Glow loose powder. And I'll get to that in a minute, what I do with that. But I'm really, really curious about this, and I want to see if I like it. I might do a video on it. I'm not sure. Okay, loose powders. The ones that are open. These are going to be very confusing because this is not a NARS powder. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect powder, which I absolutely love, 100% recommend. Definitely blurs out pores. I love this, but I don't love this. First of all, that broke. Secondly, I don't love this because it's great until you get down to like the end of the powder and then you can't get anything out of it. So when that happened, I put it into this NARS container because I had this from last year. As you can see, it's almost gone. So I'm just trying to get the last little bit of use on this. This will probably be done definitely by March, but maybe even by the end of February. Now I have my RCMA No Color Powder. This is such a great powder. There's a reason that everybody went crazy over it in the mid-2010s. I remember seeing Wayne Goss use this and I wanted it. I actually found 2 bottles of this in a set on Poshmark and bought it on Poshmark for a deeply discounted price. So because this delivery system is terrible, I put it into my Wet n Wild Photo Focus, and I used it by itself for quite a while. I had an aha moment one day, and my friend Erin mixes her e.l.f. Halo Glow powder with her, and I can't remember which powder it is that she mixes it with, but she mixes it with a loose powder, and it gives the most beautiful finish. So that's what I did. This is empty, completely empty. So I mixed my RCMA with the e.l.f. Halo Glow powder. And let me tell you what, it is beautiful because the e.l.f. Halo Glow by itself gives me a little bit too much texture. A little too much texture, and you can see my texture, and it just, I don't love it by itself. Mixed in with another loose powder, it is absolutely beautiful. And since this is such a great powder to begin with, it's perfect. The rest of these are sealed. I don't think, let me see. Nope. This has actually been opened, so we'll talk about this one next. This is the Wet n Wild Marilyn Monroe, and this is the Translucent Luminous Setting Powder. And I'm thinking it's going to be a lot like the e.l.f. Halo Glow. So what I'm going to do with that is when this is empty, I'm going to still have a ton of this powder left. So when this is empty and the e.l.f. Halo Glow is gone, then I'm going to start mixing these two together and see how that works. And this has a little bit more of a gold tone to it, where the e.l.f. Halo Glow had a little bit more pink. So I think that will be perfect for summer. I'm actually really excited to do that little experiment. Now the rest of these are definitely sealed. They've never been opened. I have the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 15, which is light, and I have the 20, which is light medium. I don't remember why I bought the light medium other than I was probably tan at the time. So I have a winter and a summer, but they're not open yet. And I don't think they're going to be open for a little while because I still have a lot of powders that are open that I need to use up. This will take forever. It'll take forever. I have these three. This is Real Her Set Your Goal Blurring Veil. Now I have never used this. It is still sealed, but I just recently got this from friend mail, and I'm pretty sure I got it from Gigi Loves Beauty too, but I'm thinking it's more like a mineral veil, like the Bare Minerals mineral veil. So I will use it as a finishing powder. And then these two, this is the LA Girl Pro Setting Brightening Loose Setting Powder. I got this in a giveaway. I've never used it before, but it looks a little yellow. It says translucent. We'll see. We'll see how it works on my skin tone. And then this is brand spanking new. This is the ColourPop No Filter Loose Setting Powder. I just recently got this from ColourPop. They had a sale. It was like, I want to say $4, but it might have been $7. And this is in the shade Soft Pink. And a lot of brands are doing a soft pink powder right now, and it looks really beautiful on the skin. So I'm excited to try that as well. These are my setting sprays. I only have 3. I just finished an e.l.f. and I thought I had another e.l.f. on my spreadsheet. I have another e.l.f. Stay On Night Microfine Setting Mist. I do not. So I need to take that off of my spreadsheet. Evidently, I didn't put it in my empties when it was in my empties. So I have these 3. So this is the MAC Fix Plus. I got this at Marshall's for, I want to say like $16 or something like that. Alcohol free. I am really loving this right now. This is the one I'm using now. I love it. I have the ColourPop No Filter Setting Mist. This really needs shaken up. It had some settling in it. So this is the ColourPop No Filter Setting Mist. This was just on sale. When I picked up some stuff from ColourPop, I threw it in my cart. So I am really looking forward to using that. I've never used like the Pretty Fresh. I've never used any of the setting sprays from ColourPop. And then this last one is LA Girl Pro Perfect Oil Control Multitasking Setting Spray. This is a matte finish. I will be bringing this out in the summer because if I bring it out now, it's going to be way too drying. But I will use it. I'm just going to use it in the summer when I'm prone to more oil and I am more of a combination girl than dry. So I only have 3. Yay! So those are my base products. A little too many, in my opinion. A little inflated in the primer category, especially the glow primers. Everything else I'm actually kind of okay with. I did use up quite a few foundations and powders last year, so I'm thinking I'm kind of okay with it. It could be less, I'm sure, but I'm sure a lot of people have more than I do. So, I don't know. Tell me your thoughts down in the comments below. If you have a favorite product, or if you have a recommendation for my over 50 aging dry skin, put that down in the comments as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I really appreciate you being here. And until our next adventure, everyone have a great day, and we'll see you later.